So we know he did that, and you praised him up and down, and that's worth between 0 and 25, and that's your most proud accomplishment. So I'm going to figure 25,000. So he's going to get another big bonus.
Well, let's talk about it. It's not just Stiefel, it's job retention. At-risk employees right now, let's list them. Let's put it right out on the table. Folsom. Cement's tough business, they're in a tough business. Wood treaters. And if they leave, those people don't have jobs. No one else is doing this function of job retention. We all agree it's important. And let me tell you, what he did for Stiefel, I think is unbelievable. Now, whether you agree with the amount, I mean, Karen, we may not agree on the amount, you know, I understand that. But what the man did, I've never seen it in New York State. I challenge you, tell me where it's been done. Where someone has announced they're closing, they come back from the scrap heap, from the ashes of, you know, the phoenix arises, and he did it.
So with this in play, like I said, you know, this is under investigation. What I'm going to ask is, I'm going to ask the board not to allow any additional bonuses or salary increases to be. We're doing our work, and all of a sudden I can be shocked again because we don't have any deadlines.
I'm
Before
surprised
we had
the
November and
legislature
December.
feels like this. I really do.
You know, you said we created the board, which we did do. But guess what? You created this atmosphere.
You asked
You
us.
created the atmosphere with these high bonuses. We went round and around since 2002 when Sandy got employed, when he first got his initial bonus. We're doing the same thing. History's repeating itself. But guess what? He got so far out there with 175. I ask anybody on the board, their employees, did they ever give them a bonus that exceeded their salary? I kind of don't think so.
Karen, I hear you. Mr. Chairman, I would kind of say, I hear you, I don't agree with it, and I'm going to just tell you this. The man earned the bonus. Now I'm telling you, he earned it. And that's what the criteria was.
I apologize.
I'll recognize you.
I guess what has just transpired here again goes back to the board not reviewing its job description. If you want to keep that old job description of dealing strictly with those parks up there, or whatever you do, I don't think any reason why retention or whatever goals that the board may wish to have cannot be at least included in a portion of the job description. And that job description then drives the salary. It doesn't preclude bonuses, but it drives the salaries, and it makes it clearer that the executive director has these job duties. Now, if you want to keep adding to the bonus side, there's where you're going to get. There you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. You're going to have a perception problem. Now, that's the way I look at it. You know, why don't we go on Wall Street and give everybody $1 million bonus, or why don't we do this? Because we're business people. I think you know, there comes a time when there's a moral issue here. Given the economy, given the people in this county, and you want to throw away the moral issue, fine. But at least there's should be some consideration of that. And so, if we're going to go ahead together, which I'm hopeful for and I look forward to, then the board's got to change its attitude towards its job description and not towards bonuses.
You know, Mr. Chairman, look, I understand Karen's feeling. I don't agree with it. I'm willing to work with you. I've come here in good faith to work with you. I don't know what more I can say. I know what more these people can say. These are volunteers who believe in their mission. We're here to work with you. We would hope you would want to work with us. I mean, you know, but remember, if we allow this to divide our community, we have this up in Durham, you know, with Weldon House, Sean, then I think we've lost focus. We have to get together on this. I mean, we have people on different sides of the fence. We hear you on the issue of the bonus and the criteria. We're working on that. You know, I'm happy to work with you. Happy to have any of you guys come to our meetings. But you know, we can't let this divide us.
Yeah, I apologize for the late, my car came to work. The only question I would have, knowing that this is such a contentious issue about the bonuses, what do you estimate that this current year, 2010, is going to derive? What's the payment of bonuses? I mean, before you answer that, make it very clear where I stand with the IDA. I commend everything that Sandy has done and the IDA has done with Steve, as you're right. He pulled it off. Knowing the caliber of individuals we have working within that facility was an added bonus. They were really the crux of making that come forward. But with his effort behind the scenes, he really did bring it forward and bring that to the table. But at the same token, the issue with the bonuses, as everybody here clearly states, is out there, the perception. So before we get blindsided down the road, is there have you got any idea where the bonus stands for this particular year, knowing that we've had several different types of large businesses come in?
We had no discussion in the board about a predetermined bonus. Okay, number one, wait to the end of the year review. Again, there were no discussions within the body of the board on this issue. The compensation committee has not met on this year's performance. We generally do not meet until the end of the completion of the year. So I can say to you in good faith, Sean, there have been no discussions.
And just to finish, this is 2009 figures, 175. What was 2000?
That was 2009 payable, there was 8 payable and 9.
And what was 2009's?
45.
45, okay, I'm sorry.
Still making nice to see you.
Thank you.
I have to differ with your statement about transparency and openness, because first of all, having meetings at 8 o'clock in the morning, not conducive to most people's schedules. So I think a lot of times these meetings are held, and I've never seen anybody from the public there really have one.
Chris, I used to go to work at 6:30 every morning, so 8 o'clock is late for me.
I mean, Chris, let me tell you something. Transparency and openness was not a word I used, but I will tell you, 8 o'clock in the morning, people have businesses to operate. They're volunteers. You know, I don't know what else we can do. In these meetings, you know.
Let me carry on that discussion for a second as well. I mean, until recently, the minutes were pretty much unavailable to people, and they weren't even. We talked to Tammy, and Tammy talked to April, and we put them on the website electronically, so now they're very visible. But they're very hard to find, even now. I mean, you have to skirt all over the website just to come up with the minutes.
We're gonna have hard copies for you.
Well, that's fine. I'm fine with the digital copy. I think that's great. That's what I wanted.
I think that's an in-house problem.
I don't have a problem with that. But until there was a period where there weren't any minutes on.
I don't know that.
Yeah,
I don't.
think that's true.
Yeah, go ahead, April.
April, could you answer that, please?
The Authority Budget Office in 2006, at the end of 2006, required that we start posting our minutes, the budget, and everything to our website. So it's under a tab called Authority Budget Report.
Right, we
So
found it.
everything's there so that they can find it, know that we're posting it on their website. Every month, I used to send a packet to Dan or whoever the administrator is there. Hard copy, Tammy requested that I start sending electronically so that she can email it out to everybody, saving a few trees. So every month for the last at least 3 years, I've sent minutes to the legislature. We also
We have them on file here in the office.
Right.
available for you.
I understand. When you
Once
go
a
in the
year,
office,
I
they pay
do
an
a hard
80-page
copy.
document, and you have to read it while you're there. You're not going to be able to take it home with you. So but that's
She used to make
a small
copies for
point.
everybody in the legislature.
Let me move on to some other issues. First of all, when I calculate Mr. Mathis' salary over the last 6 years, I come out with a number of about $174,000. Now you're probably using 2000 and 2003. So that's the number that I come up with.
And that's still within the range of average compensation for those IDA executive directors that do not perform the development function.
Now, looking at 2010, he has potential of making $500,000 a year if all the bonus criteria are met. I agree, we're going to be looking at that as a group, and we're going to be discussing that.
That's what we said. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that characterization, because that's not going to happen.
Okay.
Chris,
I'd like to
you
know
me,
what
but
other.
I'll tell you straight up.
Let me finish, Paul, please. I've been sitting here for an hour and a half, patiently. So, next, I'd like to know what other benefits are included in the package. I mean, does he get health care insurance, for example? And what is the value of that health insurance?
You buy it from the county.
It's county